I just think that people are not really connecting the dots. They see this as, well, it's just a place that people come to do poses. They really don't understand how this morning's meditation that I did with a group of women, of how much stress the women are in the city, and people are just not understanding by not being able to carry that yoga mat, not being able to go to that Pilates studio. It's actually impacting them every day on how they deal with their family members as well. So I think there's just a lack of fully understanding the impact that this is having. There's no reason that these facilities are still closed, and it has a disproportionate impact on women.
Standing before you are members and supporters of the fitness industry. These are people who commit their lives to helping others stay healthy, and we have been denied the right to employ our people for a full year as of today. It was 1 year ago where we received a shutdown order. Prior to that, about a day or two before that, most of us voluntarily closed our studios to keep our employees, our staff, and our clients safe. We wanted to do the right thing. If you had told us a year ago that today we would still be shut, we would have all been in disbelief. September of last year, gyms were reopened, but group fitness was specifically left out in New York City only. So I'll repeat that. In New York State, gyms and group fitness were allowed to open. In New York City, group fitness was left out, and we continue to be left out to today. We should be allowed to reopen now. We should have been allowed to reopen in September. We are being mischaracterized by lawmakers who I don't think actually understand the environment that we offer and the services that we offer, and they haven't taken the time to have the conversation with us to understand all the ways we can keep our clients and our staff safe. There is no science or data to support our remaining closure, and New York City is the only place where we remain closed. In fact, only 0.06% of community spread of COVID has been attributed to a gym or fitness studio. We are safely open everywhere else. Many of us behind you, or behind me, have reopened elsewhere, just not in New York City, and we have had no cases of community spread. We are being treated unfairly, and we are just asking to be treated like every other industry. We are the last industry to reopen. We are also getting a bad reputation with misinformation being spread about whether masks getting wet, masks slipping, when other industries, including gyms and restaurants, are reopened. In a restaurant, you don't even wear a mask when you're eating. In a gym, it is a very similar experience to being in a group fitness class. In fact, we believe we can be safer. We can contact trace, mandate masks, no sharing of equipment, and clean in between every single class. We just want our reputation restored and the ability to reopen. We're happy for gyms and restaurants to reopen, and we just want that same opportunity. I'm going to introduce a few other individuals who want to speak on the topic, first of which is the Brooklyn Borough President, Eric Adams, whose continued support for group fitness we are so grateful for. Let's hear from the Brooklyn Borough President.
It's time to do this again. Let's be clear. I cannot tell you, I just did a guided meditation this afternoon on Zoom, and the number of people who were on the Zoom presentation who missed their Pilates classes, missed their yoga classes, missed all of the interaction that is really part of cycling out of COVID-19, and we're missing this. And what's even more alarming for me is that when you look over the city and you say Who's in the Pilates classes? Who's in the yoga classes? Who's in all the other classes? Overwhelmingly, they are women. So it's okay to do this masculine thing of lifting weights, but it's not okay to do this important thing of taking yoga and taking other forms of exercise that are overwhelmingly women. Too many men are making the decision on what classes should be open or closed. And please, don't tell me about sweating. Don't tell me about talking. You sit in a restaurant, you're talking. You in the gym, you're exercising, you're perspiring. This makes no sense at all. And it's impacting on the overall emotional health of those who have gone through so much. Do the numbers. The largest portion of New Yorkers who have been impacted by employment are women. The largest number of New Yorkers who are navigating the remote learning, the telecommuting, the additional stress of providing the emotional support for their families are women. And to say to them, you are not going to have the outlet that's needed to continue to deal with the emotional healing that all of us are experiencing. When I work out in the morning, it really prepares me for the day. And not to allow a substantial number of New Yorkers to do the same is just unfair, and it's the wrong thing to do. It's time to open the studios again. These men and women who have been running these studios, they have been responsible, they have been patient, they have wanted to participate in cycling out of COVID, and we are not giving them the tools to do so. We are devastating this entire industry, and no one seems to care that we're doing this. So to the mayor, to the Department of Health and Mental Hygiene, to the state, you cannot say it's all right to do yoga in Rochester, New York, but it's not okay to do it on Rochester Avenue in Brooklyn. Let's open the studios.
Thank you so much, Eric Adams. I'm with you on all of that. I want to introduce another studio owner, Katy Price, founder of Dance Body. Let's hear what she has to say.
Hi everyone. First and foremost, thanks everyone for showing up today. Showing up, it's what we do. It's what we do in fitness. It's what we do in New York, right? So my name is Katy Price. I'm the CEO and founder of Dance Body, a dance-inspired fitness company that I started here in the heart of New York City 8 years ago. And you know, New York City is considered the boutique fitness hub, right? But it's not for the reasons that you may think. It goes far, far deeper than that. When this all happened, when we closed our doors 1 year ago with me and all of my fellow boutique fitness studio owners, we all quickly pivoted to digital. We were all using the screen to connect with our clients, to give them their workout, right? But it wasn't about that. The feedback that I got from our clients was, this is keeping me sane. This is the 1 hour a day where I can remove myself from the harsh reality of COVID and actually just focus on myself just for a second. It wasn't about getting a six-pack. It was about keeping their mental health in check. When the warmer months came on and we were able to do some outdoor fitness, and when I say outdoor fitness, we were dancing on driveways, parking lots, rooftops, alleyways. My team did it. We were showing up every day to try to have group classes somewhere, anywhere, to keep my company alive, to keep my clients going, to keep all of us moving. And there were so many tears after those classes because the women that showed up to those classes were so moved by the fact that they could be in a group of people again. This is emotional. This is a mental health issue. This is not a physicality issue. This is not about getting your cardio in. This is about preserving our mental health as we come out of this pandemic. Who is the number one person to show up at a group fitness class? It's women. Who owns the majority of boutique fitness studios? It's women. Who's been disproportionately affected by this pandemic? It's women. It is Women's History Month, and never before in modern day history have women been reduced so quickly. It's enough, New York City. I'm a New Yorker for life. I love this city. I don't want to have my business anywhere else. I mean, I do, but like, it started here. I want to have it here, right? Why is New York making this so difficult for us? It's Women's History Month. Let's recognize the fact that all these women behind me, and men, but mostly women, are having small businesses that are going to go out of business. What's this about? What's the point? Enough is enough. It's illogical. It's ridiculous. It does not make any sense. We are not asking for special treatment here. Let's be clear. We are asking for the same rules, the same regulations as every other small business and business that's been able to reopen in New York City. What's up, New York? What's happening? Mental health is a real necessity. It is not a luxury. This is not something that can be overlooked. Mental health is crucial. Fitness is essential. It's important for our communities to keep them strong, and most especially to keep women strong, especially right now. Thank you guys very much, and let's keep it moving.
Is Councilmember Cornegie here? Okay, no. All right, we'll move on to Katy Mullenkamp. She's a Bar Method Brooklyn owner. There's Katy.
Hi, thank you very much. My name is Katy Mullenkamp, and I am the owner of the Bar Method in Brooklyn. We are a fitness studio that provides bar classes to thousands, tens of thousands of Brooklynites, mostly women, as was mentioned before, to help them improve their physical and mental well-being. I'm here today on behalf of the many fitness studios throughout the city that are primarily owned by women to ask Mayor de Blasio to allow us to safely resume indoor fitness classes. I, along with every other New York City fitness studio, am extremely confident that I can provide a safe environment for my members to work out, and I intend to fully comply with all safety precautions once I can hold classes. Masking, social distancing, disinfecting of surfaces will be strictly enforced. And because we are a membership-based business, I will have contact information for every person who walks through my doors. This can hardly be said for the many other industries that have already been allowed to open. Many fitness studios in the city have already been forced to close permanently because of the restrictions in place. My business, and I know I'm not alone, has suffered tremendously since having to close a year ago last March. Most of my employees are with little or no work, and revenues are down 80 to 90%. Think about that. If the restrictions continue much longer, even more of us are likely to permanently close our doors, doing further damage to New York City's economy. Fitness studio owners in New York City, arguably more than most, understand the importance of keeping New Yorkers safe. Even just a few months ago, I think many of us felt it was probably too soon to open in order to most effectively protect the public's health from COVID-19. But today we are facing a different situation, one in which every other industry is open, cases are down, and vaccines are becoming more and more prevalent every single day. And yet we are still completely prohibited from providing classes to our clients, even at a reduced capacity. Every other county in the state, plus New Jersey and Connecticut, has allowed indoor classes for many months. Why not New York City? No one in the mayor's office is able to answer the question we keep asking. Where is the data to show it is unsafe to let us resume indoor classes at reduced capacity and with mask mandates? As a sector of the small business community in New York City that is predominantly made up of women entrepreneurs who are working to support themselves and their families, we deserve a fighting chance. We deserve to be heard, we deserve to be supported, and we demand to be treated fairly as New York City reopens. As small business owners, we have pivoted and then pivoted again and waited, turned over every rock, obeyed every restriction, saved every penny we could, waited some more, and we're still waiting. And we've tried everything we could think of to survive this pandemic, and we have been doing it for 12 months. And yet the city still has no answers for us, no timeline, no help, and no explanations. This is, quite frankly, completely unacceptable and shameful. As someone who went to the gym regularly, Mayor de Blasio, you understand how important physical fitness is for all-around well-being. And in these times when New Yorkers are struggling with severe mental and physical health issues, the fitness community can and should play a key role in helping residents with the healing we all so desperately need. So we ask you again, Mr. Mayor, to please stop treating us unfairly. Please don't leave fitness studios out of your reopening and recovery plan. Consider not just the livelihood of so many hardworking small business entrepreneurs like myself, but the hundreds of thousands of New Yorkers who rely on us for their well-being. Thank you.
So in conclusion, Mayor de Blasio, open group fitness. Thank you everybody for being here. Thank you.
Come on, little son.